Hey everybody, welcome back to another review of Married at First Sight. This is going to be season 14, episode 2. As always, it's your boy Big James, the Big Eye himself. I'm feeling a little better than I did last time, so hopefully this will go easier, a little better. This episode was unnecessarily long because nothing happened. I mean, literally nothing happened. They had one wedding. No, they had two. Uh, and they're the same. They're copy paste. There's no big difference. Uh, and there was nothing. Well, there was something a little informative that changed my opinions and thoughts from last week. Let's get to it. Our first couple is going to be. Oh, I didn't take any notes, so I'm just running off the top of my head, just memory. And if I forget something, I'm sorry. Just remind me, let me know, and I'll bring it up later. But right now, I'm just going off the top of my head what I can remember because it wasn't. Nothing memorable happened. It was just the weddings. I'll be happy when the weddings are over. They should have really tried to do this in one episode just to get it out of the way. Uh, First couple is Jasmina and Michael. Uh, they were nice. I like their couple. I like that. Excuse me. I like this couple. Jasmina is beautiful. I was worried about how she would think of Michael because Michael isn't really conventionally good looking, but he's not ugly. He's a nice looking dude. And I remember him getting his hair cut in his room, and it looked like they cut his hair. It looked worse than it did before. Was that just me? Because I was like, it looked like they fucking your head up. It ain't improving it at all. Jasmina was very nervous. She was extremely nervous and worried, but I think she said that she knew. It's kind of like one of those things where you know, but you don't know. Where you think you're ready, but you're not really ready. That's how she was. She was getting cold feet. She didn't know if she wanted to go through with it. She was very just on edge. And I think Michael was too, but he more understood what was going on. I think Jasmina did, but she was in a weird place. Uh, they get ready, they come out, and but I mean, first of all, Michael was talking about how I wanted to mention this. It's unrelated, but I think Jasmina has to win the sisters over because his sisters were talking like, they've been the women of his life for so long, and now there's another woman coming in, and it's going to be something to deal with them. Like it's not fair, it's not right, but it is what it is. They know they're going to have to step back and let her do her thing, but that's still their baby. But like, he's the youngest, he's the baby brother, and them some big women, them some older sisters, but there's some big older sisters too. And Jasmine she ain't whooping nobody's ass. So if she can't cross him, and she better not cross them. So I just wanted because I noticed that just how they talked about it, how protective his sisters are of him, that I was like, he's probably a little spoiled, and I don't know how that's gonna take to her, but his sisters are aware that they can't be what they've been, so that'll make it easier. But I just want to bring that up because I noticed that. And in their parent situation, I guess the experts were hoping for trauma bonding, like her parentage and his parentage, his death, like her abandonment and his death. Hopefully they bond over trauma, which I don't think is a good idea at all. But anyway, they go to the vow. They say their vow. They have their marriage. They say beautiful vows. They get married, and afterwards they're talking, and she asked him like, what do you do? Or he asked her like, what's up with her? And she said she stays up late till like 2 or 3 in the morning watching Korean shows. And he was like, Korean shows? She was like, yeah, she watches Korean drama. I don't. I know of it, but I don't watch it. I like Korean shows, but I'm not gonna stay up at night to watch them. I watch Korean shows on like Netflix or something, but I'm not. I'm not that dedicated to it. But he was like, he doesn't watch TV and he doesn't watch movies. And she was like, you don't watch Marvel? And he was like, is that the end of our marriage? Like, it fucking could be. Shit. It's weird to me somebody doesn't watch anything, but he says he goes on dates and hangs out in Barnes and Noble and bookstores and stuff. So yeah, that seems superficial, but it could be a big deal for someone like her that's so dedicated to watching stuff. Like I would just DVR some fucking Korean show. I wouldn't stay up to watch them live. So it's got to mean a lot to her. So that could be an issue, but I doubt it. Their families get along great. They hang out. You know, his brother loved Jasmina. He was his damn brother was happier to see her than he was. Shit, his whole family was like, she was beautiful. She was looking beautiful. He was. I remember when she first came out, he said, "Wow," because he was looking at her when she got up to the altar. He said, "Wow." He was really stunned by how beautiful she was, and but he never really told her that he thought uh, his damn brothers though they thought she was the finest woman ever. So I'm curious how that go. I don't see anything wrong now, but who knows how it could go? Because especially with Michael, he's always looking for flaws, and there are no apparent flaws. With her sisters did say that. What did they say about her? I forgot what they said about her, but it was something that drew his attention about. Oh, I can't think of the wording. I'm sure y'all know. I can't think of what it was that they said about her. It might have been this episode, or it might have been a preview. I can't remember what it was. It was something about her that kind of took him back. I can't remember. I apologize, but there was not much to them. They just got married and they had the reception. There was no big revelations or things like that. They jumped the broom. I thought that was nice. I never saw sweeping with the broom first, then jump the broom. I only ever saw jump the broom. I don't know the significance of sweeping first. Somebody help me out with that because I don't know. Next couple was Mark and Lindsay. They had their wedding. The previous episode. Now they're having a reception. And Mark says Lindsay is a lot. She's a firecracker. She's full of energy. She's ready to go. I think she was just drunk. I think she was still buzzed from the 2 bottles of champagne she had. She had to have been. And I'm curious, is that her normal state? Does she drink a lot and she's always kind of buzzed? Well, she's a nurse, so she can't be that way. And they got some more trauma bonding going on with them by his mother and her mother and their situation and stuff like that and all that stuff. Like that conversation between them was awkward to me because for Mark, it seemed like it was a very personal thing, very touching. But for her, it was like it was no big deal. Like, oh yeah, me and my mom, we got all these problems. And Mark was like, yeah, but you know, it cuts deeper to him than it does to her. So for her, it was a light conversation, but for him, it was a heavy conversation. And I don't know if she doesn't take stuff as serious as he does. They're both very lighthearted, very jovial, but he's very emotional, and it seems like he takes stuff serious that should be taken serious, whereas she takes everything kind of lightly, kind of jokingly. That could be an issue if she's joking all the time and he's not joking all the time. Like he's like, some shit is serious, and she's just like, it's not that big a deal. Well, other than that, they seem to get along fine. She said she didn't like the whole cats things, but his cats are old and are gonna die, so that's cool because she didn't want 5 cats. I understand I want 5 cats. I don't want 1 cat, so 5 is out of the fucking question. I'm not an animal person at all, and I've had all animals. I've had dog. I got a dog now. There was a gift, a little Chihuahua, but she's old. She's about 12 years old now. So when she dies, I'm no more buying me dog gifts. I've had several dogs. When I used to hunt, I used to keep a lot of dogs. And I used to have a lot of cats. But I always use cats. Well, I don't do country shit no more, but I always use cats as cats. Like kill snakes and stuff like that. I never considered them pets, but as far as pets go, I've had fish. So I understand. I'm just not I'm not a pet person. But I always have pets. Anyway, I'm getting off subject. She just didn't want 5 cats. She was like, since his cats are about to die, that's cool. Then we'll have less cats. But I'm pretty sure Mark will probably end up replacing those cats with more cats. Uh, what else were they doing? I can't think of anything else they were doing. This wasn't a lot in this episode. It was mostly just BS. Just him talking about how she's so fun. They seem like they'll be a fun couple. It seems they have a lot of loud arguments on her part, but it doesn't seem like it'll all be about petty stuff. Like, I think if they were dating, they'd have a better shot. But going straight to marriage, they might not have as good of a shot. Next couple is Katrina and Olajuwon. They showed them buying their dresses, buying wedding dress, and him buying a suit. I like this suit. I liked all the suits the guys picked. They all look nice. I think only Mark had a traditional black tux. I think Michael's was burgundy. Olajuwon had a white tux. Steve's was blue. And I think Chris picked out a blue tux too. I think Steve was blue. I'm not sure. But Olajuwon had a white tux. It was a very nice tux. He had his mother in there with him, and they kept asking him throughout the entire buying a suit thing. Every time his family sees him, they ask him, "Are you sure you're done messing around? Is Isaac retired? Are you done? You're not gonna be cheating. No more being a player. You put the player behind you." It's like because they know that that's a big part of his identity, of who he is. He messes around. He's not loyal. He's not committed. He doesn't do relationships. You're going from being a player to being a husband. You can't that ain't like talking about it, man. That's a step. And I just noticed that with his family when they're around, they're like, "Are you sure that's behind you?" And he keeps saying it is, but from that bachelor party, it don't seem like it is. I don't know why he was naked on the damn stage. That's the stripper job. And he wants a wife to go to strip clubs with him. Man, I don't know. Oh, I'm congested. I don't know. I don't feel like Olajuwon is ready for shit at all. Katina, I don't know how ready she is. I think she's just tired of being cheated on. I think she is very loyal and wants to be with somebody, but I don't think she knows what that means. I think she knows how to be a girlfriend, not exactly a wife. I could be just reaching on that. I admit it, but something about her tells me she's not as bad as Olajuwon, but like she doesn't really know exactly what she's doing or what it even entails. I think she wants to marry somebody rich that can just take care of her. And I don't believe that is Olajuwon. Uh, yeah, Olajuwon at the hotel. He breaks down. He's crying. He's so emotional. He's ready to get married. He's ready to do this to change his life, take the next step. The reason why I don't just give up on Olajuwon is because of Woody from New Orleans. He was like that. He was a player. He had all these girls. He was like, "I'm ready to get married," and he was 100% serious. And him and Amani are still married. And his family, his friend were like, "Are you sure? Because this has been your identity." But he was like, "Yeah, I'm really ready to do this," and he was because he's still doing it. They're still married. They still seem happy and everything. That's why I don't give up on Olajuwon. but I don't feel like him and Woody are in the same category either. Because Elijah One seems like he's just full of shit. It really does. But he could be completely serious. He's like, I'm ready to do it. And this is just an avenue for him to do it. Him and Katina go, they get married, they say their vows, and they're talking. And when he's talking to her, he really doesn't let her talk. He just talk, and he's stunned by how beautiful she is, because she is. He talks about, her tattoos. He likes her tattoos. She said, "Do you have any?" He's like, "I'm covered in tattoos," but he has a suit on. You can't see, but she has the sleeve so he can see hers. And he just keeps rambling. He's just going on and on and on, talking, and she is just like, okay. And I remember at the wedding, the minister says that Elijah Wan wants a woman to buy home cooked meals, and Katina's like, I don't cook. Like, she starts laughing. Her entire side is laughing like she don't cook, and Elijah Wan like, it's okay, we work together, and she was like, no, cooking ain't her thing. Like, so that is gonna be an issue because he said if you can't cook, you're not a wife. And Katina is like, I can't cook and ain't fucking trying to learn how to. She probably don't clean either or do laundry shit. So it comes down to Elijah One because it's like he gonna be like, you got to change, or does she want to? Well, it comes down to her too if she wants to change or not. But I just don't see a lot of progress happening with these two. I could be wrong though. Uh, Not much else happened with them. But that was Katina and Elijah One. I can't think of much else. They had Stephen Noy. They were just buying suits and buying her wedding dress. They didn't get married. Uh, Michael and Jasmina and Katina and Elijah One were the only weddings. Stephen Noy, Kristen and Alyssa, they just picked out their clothes. With Stephen Noy, I have a feeling that Stephen Noy can. I think I said this last time with them because Steve is very open to the arranged marriage thing. He said, his parents did arranged marriage. His aunts, uncles arranged marriages. He's good with that. It's not a big shock to him. He's ready for it. He's done doing his thing. Noy, she's ready to settle down. She's so happy about getting a wedding dress. She said, I grew up in refugee camp. I never thought I would get to this point. I never thought I'd have such fancy clothes and all this stuff. It seems a bit much to me. Seems like she just exaggerated. That seems like an exaggerated ass story to me. That she was telling about she never thought she'd have anything. I'm like, you have a lot right now, okay? And for Steve, I think Steve is very much ready to get married. And I think Noah is very much ready to get married. I didn't realize how old some of these guys were. I think Steve is 37 and Chris is 38. And I can't remember Noah and Alyssa's. I think Alyssa is like 36, something like that. I don't remember exactly her age. And I think Noah is in her 30s too. So I was shocked at how old they were. They don't look it. Yeah. Not really anything with Steve and Noah. They're just picking out clothes, talking about how ready they are. They teased that they would be on the next episode, they would be the first couple we see getting married. There's not much going on. They're just having weddings. And it's all so copy paste. It's just the same thing happen. And it's the same shit that they do. Has anybody else noticed this? For every wedding, they always have the groom out there. And they're always cutting and zooming with the music like the bride is not going to come out. But then they cut to the bride and she's just standing there waiting for the producers to say, okay, you go. So why are they teasing she's not coming out when then they show us that she's just waiting for her cue to go? They did it with Lindsay. They did it with Jasmina. They did it with Katina. And they did it with Noy. They're just standing there. They keep zooming back and forth and everybody like, where is she? Where's she at? Is she coming? And then they cut to her and she's just standing there like, can I go yet? So it's like, why are they playing like it's some big dramatic? Like, oh, she's gonna walk out of the wedding, or she's gonna be a runaway bride. No, she's not. Why are you camera zooming and booming on the music when that's not? Just tell her to walk her ass out there. That's all. That's all she's waiting on. That's all the goddamn groom. That's all everybody's waiting on. Take your ass down the aisle. None of them have threatened to leave at all. They're all just standing there waiting for their cue to go out. But they're playing like they're finna not do the wedding. They do that for every single one of them. It's fucking dumb. It's dumb. It's especially dumb when you show that she's just standing there waiting to go out. That makes it far stupider. The next couple is Chris and Alyssa. Last episode, I said that Chris and Alyssa could make it based off of their personalities. I take all that back. Alyssa don't want Chris. I think I want Chris more than Alyssa want Chris. Shit. Alyssa, from how she talks, everything she wants, Chris ain't. She wants a cowboy that's in great physical shape, that's got like land with horses and cow. She wants a big, strong, scrapping farm boy. Chris is none of that shit. Chris is none of that shit. She's talking to her bridesmaids, and every fucking detail she points out that she wants in a man. Chris is the opposite. He is none of that shit. Not even close. He is not in great shape. He is not a country. She just took her ass to Texas and did the damn Houston one. Because, no. He ain't got no farm. He ain't got no animals. That's her shit. Oh my goodness. I want to see this goddamn wedding. She's closing her eyes and using her imagination. She got this goddamn Disney prince in mind. Because this is what she said she wanted. And the expert bunch just blew her ass off. Expert producers or whatever, somebody said this shit gonna be good. Whatever she want, get the other. Just because they showed her talking about what she want and they were split screening with Chris. He was none of that shit. None of it. Chris is not nowhere in shape. She wants big shoulders, small waist. She wants this guy that works out, great with animals, goes doing all this athletic shit. Chris is as athletic as a fucking rock. He plays frisbee. That's his sporting event. Frisbee. Frisbee golf. Not football, not basketball. He's not a weightlifter. He plays frisbee in the park. Her physical desires are not there. I believe her personality desires may be there. Except for the loving animals. They still haven't said whether Chris likes animals or not. None of the physical traits she wants to have an attraction are there at all. None of them. If they went heavy on the personality and zilch on the physical, that was bullshit. Because she is saying, I told them specifically, this is what I want. This is what I'm looking for. They should have got me this. She said, I trust the experts. That trust was misplaced. But they didn't get none of that shit you said. None of it. And I don't know if I should feel bad for her. Like, that's what your ass get for being so fucking superficial or what? Chris and Alyssa ain't gonna work. And Chris so optimistic and hopeful. And I think Alyssa just gonna shit all over him. She might not actually even go down the aisle. She talked about that man's teeth being fucked up. She said she don't want a man with bad teeth. Chris' teeth fucked up. I shouldn't be like, I should say that. But she was like, oh, I don't want a guy with bad teeth, chicken teeth. And they show Chris smiling and his shit is raggedy. His smile is raggedy as fuck. He got a gut. He can't see shit. If she looking for some strong foreign boy, hell no. Chris is a doughy squat city dude. Shit. Oh, this is gonna be a tragedy. A tragedy with these two. I thought, oh, because I don't remember in the first one her saying physical traits she wanted. Wasn't she the one saying, oh, I just left it open, they can do whatever they want? Cause I know Lindsay said that. I think she said the same shit. That was a lie. She had a very specific person in mind. And Chris is not it. Oh my goodness. So I take back Chris and Alyssa. They ain't gonna work. They ain't gonna work at all. In the preview, it looks like Alyssa's ready to fucking throw up. She cussed, like she ready to just cuss the whole damn show out. And I don't think Chris and Alyssa gonna make it. I think Steve and Noy have a chance. I don't think Katina and Olajuwon have a chance, but that's iffy. I think Mark and Lindsay have a strong chance. Jasmina and Michael might have a chance. It's so early to tell. But my no chance in hell goes to Chris and Alyssa now. We'll see next episode, man. But hey, those are my thoughts. What are yours? Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what's going through your mind on this. Cause I'm happy now. I want to see how this shit play out. But hey, that's it for me, y'all. Peace.